World stared at the heavens in wonder 50 years ago today. Sputnik was up there, circling the Earth. While people gazed in amazement, some were also fearful. For more about Sputnik, our science correspondent Bob McDonald is here. And first of all, I'm old enough to remember this.
So am I, Peter. I remember Sputnik as a little kid. It was exciting, but it was also a really scary time.
Well, but why were people scared?
Well, if we look at the footage of what the Russians were putting up, it wasn't Sputnik itself, it was the rocket. This R-7 Vostok rocket. Sputnik was just a tin ball with a little transmitter in it. But the rocket itself was bigger, more powerful than anything the Americans had at the time. It could put an object in orbit around the Earth. And when you put something up there, you can drop it anywhere on the planet. No one's out of your sight. And that's the threat. So now there's a Soviet object passing over North American soil, actually passing over virtually every country in the world. That was the threat. If they could put a little ball like this up, maybe they could put up a nuclear weapon.
Well, the thing I remembered was the ping, ping, ping. Remember, you'd listen to the radio
That's
and
correct.
There'd be this ping, and everybody was totally
And I ran outside to try to see it, but never actually saw the thing itself.
Now, they say that really what happened then changed the world.
It did.
Sputnik really did.
It did. It was an arms race, and the space program was sort of a spin-off of that. It's interesting to think that those rockets that John Glenn and Alan Shepard were riding on were actually ICBMs that were also sitting in silos with nuclear warheads on them. But we did get the spin-off. I mean, the Russians right away came out with Laika the dog here. She was Sputnik 2. It weighed a ton. Yuri Gagarin, within a year, goes into space, the first humans. And then the Americans answered with the moon landings. We saw ourselves from a distance. The environmental movement started. And then we have the space station today, which really doesn't go anywhere, but they're hoping to do some science. But beyond that are the successors to Sputnik itself. This program is being broadcast by satellite across Canada, around the world. GPS, telephone, all our telecommunications. And we had other robots that we've sent to every planet in the solar system except Pluto, and there's one on the way there now. This has all happened within our lifetimes. It's been a remarkable, remarkable experience.
Yeah, but what happened to Laika?
She died. It was a one-way trip.
Yeah,
the first animal to die in space was Laika the dog.
All right, Bob, thanks very much.
Okay, Peter.